We're here in the Garden of England, Kent, and the wonderful port of Sheerness, where all things are wonderful and green, but there's not a tree or a plant in sight, because the green things we're talking about are electric cars and electric charging.
From Volkswagen Group and ElectrAssure. You'll have doubtless heard of the Volkswagen Group, but we found out more about the charging partner ElectrAssure from their Service Development Director, Lloyd Davis. So, who are ElectrAssure?
ElectrAssure is a specialist electric vehicle charging provider. We've been in this market for quite a long time, 7 years. And before that, we were a industrial and commercial electrical contractor. So we had obviously a long background. We were established in 2004. So we've got a good background in industrial and commercial systems.
So what is it that you do that is so special? What specifically do you do? How do you go about your business?
Well, I think it's a combination of things, and one of those is attention to what the customer actually needs. We don't go in with either with any preconceptions or with a particular product in mind. We go in listening to the customer as to what they need. We go into great detail in looking at the sites, what constraints there are, what their processes are, what they need, and from that we design the system.
The automotive world is changing, and never more so than now. But Volkswagen Group have invested heavily in moving from internal combustion engine vehicles to new electric vehicles. We spoke to Nick Burns to find out more. Clearly electric vehicles are becoming very much part of your landscape. Why is that?
Well, the group made a commitment to move to electric vehicles a couple of years ago, and everyone's seen the publicity around the ID3 as our sort of key vehicle, but all the brands are moving towards electric, and so we made a commitment to have 30% of our sales to be electric or hybrid in the next 5 years. As the supply chain, we are looking to ensure that we can manage the electric vehicles from the factory through to the retailer.
And the important part that electric vehicle charging plays has never been more important, because without the juice, your vehicles don't go anywhere.
Absolutely correct. We've got to make sure that the vehicle is managed technically through the supply chain, much like a petrol vehicle is or a diesel vehicle, and without charging we can't do that. So we have to ensure that the battery is maintained at a certain standard, and we need charging infrastructure.
And the electric vehicle charging infrastructure provider that you chose was ElectrAssure. Why was that?
Because they won the competition fair and square. That we had a set of requirements. We were quite clear on what our requirements were. Their bid was the best. They were up against all the big names in the industry. They were extremely accommodating, and working with them has been a delight. They've been very proactive. They've kept us informed of what's going on, and they've delivered everything to time.
So is it fair to say you're a happy camper?
Very happy.
Good. That's what we like.
Okay.
Fabulous, Nick. Thank you so much indeed.
Okay.
Electric vehicles are part of a system of renewable energy, electric vehicles that store that energy, and brilliant charging equipment that allows people to access that. Volkswagen Group have discovered that ElectrAssure were the perfect partners to make sure that every time they need charging, they get exactly what they need. The perfect